Hi everyone, this is Chuck, also known as the Recycled Gamer, and today I'm going to share with you a new project I'm going to start, which is to restore my vintage Gorgar pinball machine. Now, I've never actually done any work on a pinball machine before. This is my first time. I picked this baby up off of Craigslist probably 6 or 9 months ago. And it's got a few issues. For the most part, it works. I don't know if you can see on the back glass, there is some crazing. Kind of right there, you can see that a little bit. But otherwise, the back glass is in good shape. I've got the playfield glass off right now, so you can see the playfield is exposed. And I've actually taken off a piece of the playfield plastic so I could get to the bulbs underneath as I was diagnosing the machine. And I haven't really done anything to it yet other than go through the whole machine. I ran all the diagnostics and made a parts list of all the parts that I thought I would need in order to bring it back to 100%. So I have those parts. They came in some time ago. You can see over here I have a ton of bulbs. These are all my coin mechanisms that I pulled out of the machine. There's some decals over here that I ordered. Here's a replacement coil for one that was burned up inside the machine. Some power transistors that are bad. I'm going to replace those. And you can see if you get down here really close that the rubber is just completely rotten in most every place. Right there you can see it really bad. So I got a full rubber kit. I'm going to replace all the rubber. If we take a look inside, you can see this is where the coin mechs would be if they were in there. And I'll go ahead and lift up, see if I can do this while I'm holding the camera. I'll lift up the playfield and you can see, oops, you can hear the ball rolling down there. But this is the inside of the machine. I cleaned it out pretty well, and the speaker was destroyed. I actually put a new speaker in it so I could hear it while I was testing. So let me put the playfield back down here. There we go. There's the ball. So this machine, Gorgar, is a Williams machine, and it's a System 6, which is the number for the style of board that's inside of the mechanism that makes it work. It's a solid-state pinball machine, so there's actually a computer chip or chips that run the machine as opposed to an old-style electromechanical. An interesting fact about this machine is that Gorgar was the first talking pinball machine, so it actually talks. And I'll go ahead and fire it up here and make sure the ball went down in the drain there. We'll turn it on if I can find the switch. There we go. So you can see playfield looks pretty good. Some of the lights are out, which I'll be replacing. A couple of the bumper servos are not working. They were actually, when I got the machine, the wires had been pulled off at the board for those, meaning that the coils were locked on, and the previous owner knew that, so they pulled the board off, the wire off, so the coil wouldn't burn up. So there's probably 3 bad circuits in there for different servos, but or coils. But only one coil was actually burned up in the machine, and that was the one for the knocker. So I'll be replacing that one. And let me go ahead and it's got some credits in it already. If you can see up there, there are 10 credits in the machine. The previous owner or somebody put in this button here which adds credits, which, you know, I wouldn't have probably put that in because you can actually set the machine for free play, but this is the button that starts the game. So you can see the ball's out. And the interesting aspect of Gorgar is that there's this constant heartbeat in the background, and it's got a real low bass to it, which is kind of nice. So I'll go ahead and see if I can let me do a one-handed game. So they're all drained out. So I can't really play with one hand and 2 hands and hold the camera at the same time, so I'll have to do another video and show you the gameplay. But one problem you may notice is here on the ball in play, there's a little funky, obviously that's a backwards 6. There's extra segments that are turned on there. And I think I've tracked it down to the display board, which is behind the back glass here. And these are the original score displays here. And I actually ordered some modern LED ones that I'm going to replace. I'm not even going to mess with these. The display board has been soldered severely. Someone's really worked on it, and it's beyond where I would want to feel comfortable repairing it. So I ordered a new board, and that'll come with new scores all the way around, and then the display board is actually right behind here. So I'm going to stop the camera now, and what I'll do is I'll pull off the back glass, and we'll take a look inside. Alright, this is my Gorgar machine with the back glass removed. So you can see that these are the display board, the score displays here. And then this guy right here is the display board, which I don't know if you can see it, there's hot glue all over it. It's got some pretty serious solder blobbage going on. It's been pretty well worked over. There's some traces that have been rerun and some cut, and it's just in bad shape. So I'm going to replace these boards entirely with modern equivalent LED. You know, it's not original, but the LEDs are really bright and they last forever and they don't consume as much power. So that's the way I'm going to go with this, because I want a player machine. I want to play this baby, and so I'm going to go that route. Let's open up the back. So you can see all the main boards in here. And I have not looked at the schematics manual here in a while, so I am at a loss for what the names of all these boards are. Any pinball experts watching this are going to know exactly what they all are. I know this one up here, this little pod actually controls the level of the speech, because I've played with that one quite a little bit, and I believe the speech samples are actually stored up on this board. And this board here, I believe, I want to say driver board. And these actually are what drive the coils, and you can see where some of the wires have been pulled off by the previous owner, because those, as soon as you plug this back in, the coil locks on. So there's obviously a problem there. And you can see where a lot of the power transistors have been replaced over the years. That's a common failure point. I'm probably going to be replacing a few more of them as we go through this process to get my coils working again. So all in all, not a bad machine. It's in pretty good shape. The play field is surprisingly good. It had a lot of powder on it from the destroyed rubber. All the rubber bumpers, when they break down into kind of a white powder. And so it made the playfield look really bad, but when I wiped it clean, it actually turned out to be quite nice. So I don't think there are many places I'll have to touch up. Although the Mylar discs that are around some of these pop bumpers or jet bumpers, so like right there's a spot where I might have to touch it up and replace it. I'm not going for a complete, super perfect, like brand new restoration. Just I want to get it playable and looking nice, so it can be a personal pinball machine to be in my home game room. So that's it. I'm gonna, as I go through this project, I'll probably be posting additional videos to kind of give you an idea what it's like to restore one of these machines, or at least bring it back into better playable condition. Like I said, I'm a complete amateur. I know electronics, and I do mostly video game stuff. And so this is going to be some new territory for me, and I'm pretty excited about it. So we'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.